We're gonna put some wheels and tires on it. Torque wrench, you must have this for the heater core. This was a nightmare. All right, let's try again. Dead as a door now. Hello and welcome to Gearhead 704. I'm Matt, and guys, in case you missed the last upload, I do have a new Project FoxBody right here, an all original 86 Mustang, but actually I say I do have, I actually don't. This is my daughter's car. Yeah, Kristen, it's her car, got it for her. Actually, she paid for it herself. In case you missed that whole video about revealing the car, check it out. It went up just before this one. But right now, what we're in the process of doing is trying to get the 86 here to Fox Resto so they can do the full inspection. One of the things that they do is a full, like it's 300 point, I don't know how many point inspection on the vehicle, and they tell you everything that's wrong with it. I've worked with them a long time, and so I want to get the car over there so they can inspect it, see what we're getting into, right? I know a couple things. When I got it, I knew that it had an exhaust leak, and I knew that the brakes might be a little bit squishy when I got the car. But I found out some other things. So in my journey to get this over to Fox Resto, I was like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and put some air in the tires. And let me drive it real quick, air up the tires, even though these are the Gatorback VR60s that are, I think they're original to the car. If not, they're the second set. But man, they are old, over 20 years old. I know it's not safe. I know I shouldn't be driving. I was like, you know what? Oh, get around the hood there. I'm gonna go ahead and drive it. Well, I tried to put air in the tires. They wouldn't accept air. And in fact, this one here just said it's done. As you can see, it's flat as can be. So that was one of the issues I ran into. The other one I ran into, unfortunately, was with the heater core, and I had coolant all over on both sides, which is such a shame because this is 54,000 mile interior, and I think at this point, I know I have to take the carpet out. I might have to replace it, maybe not. Maybe I can clean the carpet, get the smell out, but yeah. I do have a video clip of some of that, so let me roll it in. Well, I thought I would take it for a little ride, the new Fox, but the heater core had other ideas. So unfortunately exploded, but I think what I'm gonna do now, I gotta do the bypass obviously, but yeah, we're gonna need to do a heater core and fun. But anyway, we're catching it, so it's not gonna sit here, it's gonna be fine. So all good. Happy Saturday, y'all. Avoid the heater core. But in case you guys want to see like regular updates on this stuff, all this has been on Instagram at this point for I think almost a month or 3 weeks, something like that. So Instagram is where you can get regular updates on what's going on with the vehicles. So right now, what we've got to do today is a couple things. I've got to do a heater core bypass over here, and this is all stock, so got to figure out how to get those hose clamps off. I know it's very dark in here, guys, sorry. I normally don't film in my garage at home, but it's just what I got to deal with here. But I've done this heater core bypass to Tar Heel Fox, my 89 convertible. And so I'm gonna be doing the same thing. You can see I went with it, just not putting anything there. I'm gonna do the same thing to the 86. One of the things that's a little different, in case you guys know Castle Customs, you probably do. He put up a video about how to do a heater core bypass, and it's a good one, check it out. I'll try to throw one of those cars, although I haven't done that in a long time. But he actually bypassed on both sides, including the heater core, because if you look right here, on Tar Heel Fox, you can see that right there. I know it's a little dark, but I have nothing covering the actual heater core itself. He recommended putting something there too. That way you wouldn't get any fluid spillage from here. And I think that's probably a good idea. I'm not gonna do that, however. Sorry, Gary. But what I'm gonna do is just the other way that I've got on Tar Heel, just to get it done. It's gonna be easier, I think, for me. And I guess I'm not too worried about it, but that's probably the proper way to do it. So we're gonna do a heater core bypass and, spoiler alert, we're gonna put some wheels and tires on it. Now, will she stay with these? I don't know. These are the LMR 93 Cobra replica wheels. Came off of Tar Heel Fox when I went with the Maker's Garage wheels, which is also a really cool video. If you guys haven't seen it, check that out. But that's my goal today. My daughter, Kristen, wants to help. She wants to be a full part of this, but guess what? She's working. She works on Saturdays. Yes, she has a full-time job, 16 years old. And that is partially how she paid for this car. Again, details in previous video. But yeah, she's working, so she can't help out. But my goal today is to get it running, new wheels and tires on, heater core bypass, and I don't even have a torque wrench. So I gotta go to AutoZone. So now I'm gonna bring you guys along. Let's see if we can get it where it can actually drive down the road a little bit so I can get it to Fox Resto. I know I could trailer it there. I don't want to. There's just something about driving the car and saying, yeah, I got it there. I was able to drive it. And I just want to do that, you know. I guess it's just a mini goal of mine. So I'm gonna bring you guys along, but let's start. I'll go get the parts and then we'll move cars out of the way, try to do the heater core bypass. It's gonna be a challenge because I've got original hose clamps on there. So we'll see how that's gonna work. But yeah, that's it. So let's get to it. Back from the parts store. What a fiasco that was. I'm gonna show you guys what I got here in a minute. Definitely just order what Gary put on his YouTube channel, because what I have for heater core bypass, it's fine, you'll see. Anyway, garage is empty because I was about to move the 86 in here in the middle so you guys could see it a little better. And we have a new issue. I got this from Chris, Infamous Project. Again, in case you haven't seen that previous video, check it out, I explained all that. But anyway, he put a brand new battery in it. I'm like pretty sure, yeah, you see January 23. He got a brand new battery and unfortunately it's dead. So I don't know. Something's probably draining the system, something I'll have to figure out. Right now to move it, I'm gonna have to jump it because I wanna get it in the middle, you know, so I can actually work on it easier. Because right now, it's a little tough to get around here with all of my crap. Gonna move it. Maybe I should put new wheels and tires on first. Think about that one. Anyway, hopefully catch up with me guys right here when I'm back in the middle, right? Like for you, like right now. 86 in the middle of the garage. We need a name for this car, by the way, but I mean, that's up to Kristen to decide. It is her car after all. But yeah, why I'm doing the heater core bypass, you guys saw a little bit of the video, but just to be clear, coolant was crazy. I've actually never seen coolant. Usually it runs out the passenger side, right? So of course it was coming down here, going all over the place, but man, it was a ton of it here too. I think the camera might be picking it up some. There's still some green here maybe. I don't know, it feels a lot better now. We did try our best to dry it up. I can still feel some wet underneath there, so I'm probably gonna have to pull the carpet up. Anyway, what we're gonna do now is try to get the bypass kit going. Let me show you what I got from the auto parts store. All right, here you go. I'm using the wife's freezer. It makes a nice clean tabletop. I'm sure she loves that. Anyway, torque wrench, you must have this for the heater core. No, I'm kidding. This is just so I can do the lugs. I never had a torque wrench, figured might as well grab one. They had no kits anywhere. I went to the auto parts store and they were confused as all get out, and I did not want to wait around to order one, so I just picked what I needed anyway. So I think this is gonna work. I got a 5/8 tube and a 3/4 tube, and I might have to cut them to fit. I have my converter in between, and then clamps, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run these right out of the heater tube and connect them together. So just like it is on Tar Heel, which I think I showed you earlier. I'm gonna set up a little time lapse and we're gonna see if we can get this replaced. We're gonna get this to Fox Resto. So that's the goal. Let me see if I can get this out. Also, original heater hoses here, okay? So they don't have clamps. They have this weird, you can't see it, but there's something I gotta unscrew on both ends. I gotta unscrew it and then it probably still won't open because it's like 20, those have been on there, gosh, 37 years. So I might have to smack it with a hammer. So wish me luck. Let's do a little time lapse. I might interrupt it when I'm cussing and swearing because I'm mad. Nope, just kidding. We don't do that on channel. We have duck quacks instead. So yeah, let's see if I can get these off. Woo! Okay, enough talking. All right, let's do it. Okay, GoPro battery died because it got too hot, but take a look at this. So these are how the original clamps came. You had to unscrew this, and then this should come off, which of course it did not. So I was able to get one off with these vice grips. I just pinched it like so. Finally came off. The advice actually came from Matt at Fox Resto. I was having trouble, gave him a call. So big shout out to him. But yeah, that, I got one off, guys. And so far, let's see. So far, I've been trying to get the hoses off. Sorry, this is terrible. Oh, maybe this will work. Yeah, there we go. So far, I've been trying to get these off about 55 minutes. This seems to be the key once I got this. So if you get stuck, try the vice grip. Anyway, no more time lapse. Let me just get these off. All right, it has been another 2 hours for me, about an hour getting parts, I'll show you in a second, and another hour trying to get those things off. Yeah, I'm a little bit dirty. Did get them all off though, and here's what we were dealing with. Look at these hose clamps. This was a nightmare to get off. I wasn't able to break the other ones. And even when I got them off, I showed you when I got off, it was incredibly difficult to get the hoses off. Had to buy another set of tools. So as old as they are, 37 years, I had to get these hose pullers or whatever they're called. I got a 4-pack of them. You can see these are actually hose removal tools, and they give you 4 of them. I don't know where the 4th one is. I guess probably over there, but they're off. Total time to take them off for me. Again, I'm not a big mechanic, not even close. It's about 2 hours. So now I'm gonna go ahead, try to hook the bypass up, and we'll see. But as you can look in here, as you can see in here now, we've got the empty ports right there. 2 of them, I guess you can kind of see them there. I need better lighting. Anyway, we got the heater tube off. So there, trust me, don't think you can see that. They're off. I'm going to go ahead and try to get the new ones on. At that point, we'll fire it up. So I'll be with you guys back in just a second. What we have is probably the worst heater core bypass known to man. I've got way too long of a hose length here, but I think it'll work. Again, I'm just trying to make it to Fox Resto. I've got nipple in there in between the 2 things. I got my hose clamps, clamp down the heater, and I'm just gonna try to see and put it right there and see how it does. Obviously it has a kink in it. That kink will come out. Oh, there you go. Maybe that's a little better. I don't know. Let's let me put the air intake back on. Yeah, then we'll see how it does. I'm gonna try to bring it up to temperature and see if it leaks. Let's find out. Ready to fire up. I did put in coolant, and man, it was low. It probably already took like a full gallon. What are these, gallons? I think so. Yeah, what am I talking about? Of course they are. Cool. It already took 1 of these and took probably another quarter. So it was more than a gallon low, pretty low. When I checked earlier, I could see some in it, but I guess it wasn't very much. Probably gonna suck more down. So let's find out. Let me crank it up and see if we got any leaks. Oh, right, I disconnected the battery cable. All right, let's try again. Dead as a door now. I was hoping that would not be the case because, yeah, I gonna have trouble jumping it this time. I'm gonna have to push it out because I can't get Tar Heel Fox in here now. I thought about that. I disconnected the cable, I guess. Didn't disconnect it soon enough. Okie dokie. We'll try again. Okay, she is running, got her jumped again. That was fun. Had to push her out of the garage, bring Tar Heel Fox up, but hey, it's running for the moment. Got to figure out what's bringing that charge down. But anyway, so far, no leaks. It has not sucked any of this down because it's not up to temperature yet. So gonna let it heat up. Once it heats up, then be able to see if I got any leaks. But right now it looks okay. So I'm looking underneath the car. Don't know if you guys can tell, but I can, no active leaks. So let me bring it up to temperature and then we'll see what we got. We're at normal operating temperature here. Let me see. There you go. You can see that a little better maybe. Normal temperature. So far in the cab, we're good, but I do see a little bit of steam or smoke or something right there. So let's see. I didn't put the cap on in time because the gauge wasn't reading right. So did have a little bit of a spill. Got the cap on now. Let's see. Over here, we're very warm, and this is where we have some steam coming up. Actually, I don't think that's coming from, maybe it's coming from coolant I spilled earlier. Yeah, it's coming from down there. Might be okay, actually. Okay, yeah, from what I'm seeing, it doesn't look like it's coming from where I put on the heater core bypass. It's looking like it's coming down there by the valve covers. As you can see, it's gone away. I'm gonna give it some more gas. Let's see what we got. That should again raise the temperature, so let's see if we got a bigger coolant leak or not. I don't really like that bend, but it is warm, so coolant's going through there. I mean, that might make it to Fox Resto. It might. Okay, from what I'm seeing, it only looks like it came from my spill. I don't think I have a coolant leak where I did the bypass. Seems okay. Obviously, interior, yeah, completely fine, as you'd expect, because there's no coolant going through there anymore. I'm just gonna have to watch it, but I think I'm gonna be all right. So now what I'm gonna do, obviously I gotta clean up this mess, but I'm gonna try to get the wheels and tires on so we can take the first drive. Wow, this video's gone a lot longer than I thought. This car's had a lot more issues than I thought. I forgot to tell you guys, the hatch was not latching. It needs a new striker bushing, but I was able to get it to close finally after fiddling with this in here when I had it up, and Kristen actually helped me hold up the hatch. So anyway, that took care of that, at least to latch it so we can drive it again to Fox Resto. So let me see if I can get these wheels and tires on, and maybe we can get this first drive in. Let's find out. I did another test run. I actually drove it around because look, we are sitting on new wheels. Well, new to the car. What's going on here? A little bug. How's it going, buddy? How you doing? That thing looked kind of scary from that angle. Car's running, and guess what? I'm not seeing any leaks. Looks like the heater core bypass, even though it's horrific, it is holding. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is holding. Checked underneath, and just have a little bit of oil, maybe valve cover leak or something. So anyway, let me shut it off and catch up with you guys. All right, now it's off. Now you can hear me, but let me get all the way back. What do you guys think? I don't know if I can get all the way back. Try it like that. Yeah, what do you think? I don't know. I'll get it outside and do better, but hey, look, we got a surprise guest. It's Kristen.
Oh.
I've been talking about you all day.
Absolutely. I mean, it is my car.
Yeah, I told him you had to go to work.
I did.
So actually, you know, that's how you paid for the car and are paying for the car.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I was showing her guys the heater core bypass and what we did. And one of the cool things is these tires are now off. So now we can actually, you know, go for a real ride.
I'm very glad.
Yeah, you feel a little better?
Yes, much
So
better.
now you do have another option for wheels. And that's why I don't have the center caps on these yet. I'm also going to torque them down one more time. We'll put the center caps on, let you look at it. And there's also some Cobra R wheels. So that'll be another video, guys. We're going to let her decide. But the lighting's a little bad in here. But Kristen, this is actually the second video. We already recorded one. Well, no, we didn't record one. We already put one up.
Oh.
We haven't recorded. This video is going to go up after the reveal of the car.
Well, good to know.
So how excited were you for the reveal of the car?
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for a month to find out what it even was.
Yeah. And in the other video we haven't filmed yet.
No.
I'm sure it was good though.
For sure.
Okay. All right. We actually did drive it a little real quick right around the block, and it did a lot better. Temperature did not overheat like it did on me last time, guys, with the heater core. It did overheat. Kristen, we didn't have any leaks this time, right?
Yay!
Inside. Yeah. So she's pretty excited about it. But I guess I want to wrap this one up. So thanks for being here, Kristen. And everybody, thank you for tuning in. Oh, one other thing, I think maybe in the thumbnail, I might have put something like a lemon. It might say lemon in the thumbnail.
Ah.
Yeah, but it's not really, it's just clickbait.
Good. You better not.
It's not actually a lemon.
Don't insult my car.
It's not really a lemon. That was just for clickbait.
Ah.
It'll be like lemon question mark, which means is it or not? And the answer is not.
It's my car.
But people see that and they like to click. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's it for this one. And stay tuned for the first ride. I'm going to get it to Fox Resto. Next video, I'm going to drive it there. And I'm going to basically do the whole first drive. Kristen, it's not going to be your first drive yet. We'll do that later once the car is in better shape. Yeah, so I'm going to do the first drive in it. That'll be the video after this, and then we'll do everything wrong with it. Fox Resto is going to do their full inspection on it.
Absolutely.
Kristen. And so, all right, so that's it. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry about the lighting. It's terrible in here. Let me see. This a little better? A little better. Okay. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you're stopping here for the first time, please subscribe. Should they subscribe?
Yes.
And I should have let you finish it.
And thanks for watching Gearhead 704.
That's right. We'll see you here next time. Because the goal is get this car on the road so we can get it to Fox Resto. What's a Fox Resto? I'm rosting on the foxes. I know you guys miss me. I don't know if I miss me, but I know you guys did. Oh, let me show you what blooper. I haven't done this in a while, guys. So yeah, blooper. There we go. I think hose removal too. Remove me. That's what I need to do. Remove me. Blooper.